For the last 15 months, we've all endured living with great limits on our freedom to get around and to be with each other. The worst global pandemic in 100 years has ravaged communities all over the world, including ours. We've lost almost 70 lives. Almost 5,600 of us have survived having the illness. All survivors live with fear of future health problems. Now, other places have lost more and suffered more. The self-discipline of most of our community has given us a lighter passage through the pandemic's challenges so far. Thanks to our efforts, Oakville has been able to continue, as it does, advancing through adversity. In a spirit of hope, we are commemorating our sacrifices and our effort with the tree and the plaque we are dedicating now. The plaque reads, "The town of Oakville dedicates this tree in remembrance of those we've lost to the COVID-19 pandemic and the unwavering dedication of first responders and Oakville's pandemic response during these unprecedented times." The tree and the plaque are at the Oakville Trafalgar Community Centre. We completed and opened this building safely in the middle of the pandemic. Throughout the pandemic, Oakville residents made great sacrifices to slow the spread of the virus among us. These efforts served us well. Now, we are working toward a safe recovery. We remain committed to making and keeping Oakville Canada's most livable town. Now, 4 of the leaders who have seen us through these challenges deserve your attention. Oakville Fire Chief Paul Bosnow, Halton Police Chief Stephen Tanner, Halton Paramedics Chief Greg Sage, and Oakville Trafalgar Memorial Hospital Chief of Staff Dr. David McMahon.
Hello, I'm Dr. David McMahon, Chief of Staff at Halton Healthcare. On behalf of all of us at Halton Healthcare, I'd like to express our condolences to all those who've been impacted by COVID-19. COVID-19 has brought with it some of the most challenging and difficult times that most of us will face in our healthcare careers. As an intensive care physician at OTMH, I've experienced this firsthand, and as well have witnessed the incredible work by all of our staff and physicians at all 3 of our hospital sites. I would like to acknowledge the contribution of the first responders and all of our healthcare teams as we continue to navigate the pandemic, which is almost certainly the most significant healthcare issue of modern times.
Hello, my name is Chief Steve Tanner, and I am here today virtually to thank both Mayor Burton and the town of Oakville for this tremendous initiative of planting a tree in memory of all those that served through the pandemic of COVID-19. On behalf of our 1,000 plus sworn and civilian members of the Halton Regional Police Service, who served alongside with our paramedics, fire departments, medical workers, nurses, and so many others, thank you for recognizing the service during this difficult time. We will always be here for you.
Paul Bosnow, Fire Chief with the Oakville Fire Department. It is indeed my pleasure and honor to represent the women and men of this great department. I am very, very proud of the way that our department has handled itself during the pandemic, and we stand with those who have suffered extreme loss and stand with other first responders, healthcare community, as well as other essential services for the way that they've conducted themselves and the resilience shown. Thank you to the town of Oakville, Mayor Burton and Council for the recognition during the tree dedication ceremony. It is truly an honor, and we are proud to serve the community of the town of Oakville. Thank you.
The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted each and every one of us in ways that we never imagined. Our team has been on the front line since the onset of the pandemic. In the early days, there were many questions about what was required to ensure the safety of paramedics, what additional equipment was required, what changes were required to our treatment guidelines to respond to this new emerging infectious disease. Our paramedics quickly rose to the challenge to ensure that our community was provided with timely access to high-quality, safe emergency medical care, and our paramedics have continued to meet that challenge throughout the pandemic. Despite the complexities of providing pre-hospital care during a pandemic, Halton's paramedics have continued to respond to every patient with care and compassion. Our paramedics have also expanded their scope of care to assist public health with things such as COVID testing and vaccination of our most vulnerable residents in our community. I am so proud of the way that our paramedics have adapted to ensure that our patients continue to receive excellent and safe care. I'm also incredibly grateful for all the other members of the paramedic team and the entire team at Halton Region that has worked so hard for so long to support our COVID-19 response. This tree will serve as a lasting tribute to all of those in our community that have been affected by COVID. It will also serve as a reminder to all of those who stepped up and responded and took care of our community during the pandemic.